notice to abutters is not required for these changes. 15 Exchange Inc. is a mass corporation. If the transfer of stock and changes are approved, Jill Patel will be the president, treasurer, secretary, sole director, and 100% shareholder. Excuse me. Jill Patel is currently living at 260 Sailor Street in Andover, Mass. The current hours will be maintained, the layout of the store will be maintained. Nothing regarding the operation of the business is changing. This is all about corporate structure and stock ownership. Vasudev Patel has been and will continue to be the manager on the liquor license. He's familiar with the law relative to the sale of alcohol. He'll continue to uphold the statutory law as well as any rules and regulations of the town of Barre regarding the sale of alcohol. I would respectfully request the change of officer, director, and stockholder be approved by your board. Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur. Any questions?
No, none at all.
I have no questions either. Any questions from the public? Hearing no questions from any of the individuals present here tonight, I would seek a motion to accept this change as described by the attorney representing the, the stock interests of 15 Exchange Street, Abda Bruso Liquor Mart.
I would make a motion to make a change of the officers and directors and a change of stock interest in 15 Exchange Incorporated, DBA Bruso Liquor Mart, to Jill, I didn't get the last name.
Patel.
Patel.
We have a motion, I'll second it. Any further, or any discussion, questions? Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Please let your individual that you represent know of the vote of the board to approve the request. And should we have other further questions or so forth, we would be in touch with you. We know you. You've been back and forth to our meetings on numbers of occasions, so thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur.
Okay, we now have another public hearing, but that public hearing is scheduled for 5:30. So we will not start that public hearing until 5:30. And in the interim, we will take other business, okay? Do we have any public comments? We have,
Well, I'd make a motion to close the public hearing.
oh, thank you so much, you're way ahead of me.
Thanks, Sandy.
I have a motion to close the public hearing. I would second that motion. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have that meeting is closed, but we will open another public hearing, as I said, at 5:30, which is relative to classification hearing of property. Okay, public comments. Do we have any public comments, something that's not on the agenda, but somebody would like to make a comment about?
Lithium batteries.
You can make a public comment about it, but the board would take probably no action on any of your comments.
No, I know. I just want to state that I have researched this pretty thoroughly. And number one, it shouldn't be in a residential area. And number two, our fire department would have to be all upgraded to handle all of this. The street is not that wide. I live on that road. And therefore, if this comes to tuition, my house will be worth half of what it is now. I will not be able to get fire insurance to the cost of whatever it will be because of it. And not to mention, the environmental is all behind my house and on the side, the fish and game, and the wildlife and the seepage, we're all on town, we're not on town water, we're on wells, and they start leaking, we're gonna develop cancer, leukemia, Parkinson's, whatever, with all of this. And I am totally against it, and I hope this board is not in favor of this, because it's not beneficial to the town in any way.
Well, thank you for your comments, and I know that the planning board has been
And I'm
Dili-
involved in that.
diligent in their work to uncover all of the specifics and to find ways in which the town can respond to the request. But we haven't really gotten a serious request yet. But any request that comes in that direction where this kind of, shall we say, system, battery storage system would be operational here. So I would just tell you that we're well aware of the situation. We're well aware also of the pros and cons, and this board stands prepared to work with the planning board as they move forward. We have been working with them and constantly getting appropriate attorneys to represent us in this matter, and
Good.
I won't call on you and make you do anything here as the secretary of the planning
Yeah,
board. But if you've been working along with the planning board, you will know that we're in the very early stages, and I know where the property is, and you're right to say that there are many issues of concern as a result of the location of the property.
Yes.
So thank you for your comments.
Yeah, thank you for letting me speak.
Anytime, Kathy.
Thanks.
Okay, moving right along. Any other public comment? Seeing none. Okay, moving on for approval of the meeting minutes from the, let's see, it's the November 3rd meeting. We have those meeting minutes before us.
Yep. I'd like to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of November 3rd, 2025.
I will second that, and there is further discussion. These meeting minutes have been prepared and will be made available to the public subsequent to the committee's vote this evening. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have a motion made, second, and action taken. We're moving along now to the town administrator report.
I forgot to give you guys this. So,
Thank you.
two of the items on my report, we have two new people in the room, so I'd actually like to introduce them
Thank you.
now as part of my report, if I could. So if they need to go, they can. So we'll go in order of hiring, I think. So Shelby Lamoth, she is our new treasure collector. She just started today. I won't make you say anything about herself, be yourself, but we're very excited to have her. She has good experience. She worked in Palmer for 5 years and has joined us from Hudson. And we're really excited to have you here.
And I was lucky to be a participant in the interview, and there were other candidates involved, and she was by far the most experienced and educated that we interviewed, and we were doing this when we made the offer, hoping that she would accept the job, and she did. So we're very happy to have you here, and I'm sure I'll see you around.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Shelby. And then we have Garrett Skinner, who is our new Veteran Service Officer. Tony Niesnicki and I interviewed him, and we are thrilled, absolutely thrilled to have somebody of his caliber here in the position. Not only does he have military background, he has HR background, he has legal background, so we couldn't be more thrilled.
And he lives less than a block away from this
Yes.
office. So we're very happy to have you here.
So, and he's already hit the ground running. He has a list of resources he can refer to. We have contacted the state to get him trained. He has gotten the materials from Betty Jo's, so he's ready to go.
It's a busier job than the salary would indicate. So we thank you for, this is like close to a volunteer thing, quite frankly.
So, like I said, he didn't make the agenda, so his wage authorization will be on the next one. But I wanted to make sure that we introduced him so that we know who he is.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
And if anything that, either one of us or all of us can do to assist, don't hesitate to ask.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep,
Thank
you know
you.
where I live here, so anytime. Thanks, Garrett. I do live here.
I think you do.
One other thing before I run through my report, I do want to correct. I got a call from the Worcester. I don't remember the title of the place. The place in Worcester that does the meals for us.
Yes.
And there was miscommunication between Betty Jo and I in emails saying that there were no meals before the holidays, but there absolutely are meals before the holidays. So there'll be meals the day before Thanksgiving, on Christmas Eve, and on New Year's Eve. So I told her I wanted to make sure that
Oh, okay.
I announced that. Okay. So So, this is a little shorter, but I had 2 days off kind of off last week, so. Let's see, procurement, nothing new, just opening the paving bids, and the fuel bids. Grants.
Did we make any awards for those, or are we?
So, yeah, so it'll go to the lowest responsible and responsive bidder. So the paving bid awards are on our website. I just have to get the contracts done, which I'm hoping, beyond hope, tomorrow I can get to. And then the fuel bids were opened, and those have not been posted to the website yet, but they will be. And then the contracts will follow those. For grants, the Board of Health was awarded the SMRP grant. That's the Sustainable Materials Recovery Program grant for $3,780. That was signed and returned to DEP. And Betty Jo from the Council on Aging, she put together a grant through Maya. She's trying to obtain to replace a leaking air vent and a damaged pipe in the boiler room. So I signed that and submitted that for her today. We only had 2 small public records requests, more for bid stuff.
Which is very typical.
Yeah, which is very typical. So I'm grateful that that's all we've gotten. This round. It's made life a little bit easier. A bunch of meetings. The retiree rates, I met with Maya. It's a 12.84% increase. We are meeting next Thursday. The Insurance Advisory Committee is meeting next Thursday, and Karen McCorrison from Maya will be there. We had a finance team meeting with the accountant, the assessor, the treasurer collector, myself, and Maureen, which was rather productive. And we will probably have another one, not this month, but next month probably, since this month is already halfway over. Went to Worcester to meet with the DEP, with the DPW and the Water Commission, and Rich had come with us as well. Attended the dispatch meeting with the Central Mass Regional, whatever I don't know the whole name, SEMREC. Because they are looking to bring more towns on. I think they have 5 already that are looking to sign on. So they need to make a lot of changes so that they end up being their own entity and not just under Rutland. So that's going to be a work in progress. Met with Maya and Cabot Risk for regarding claims, property liabilities, and proactive risk assessments. They wanted to remind me that Cabot Risk actually does come and they'll walk through properties, walk through the DPW, and just assess it for possible risks going off like OSHA guidance and everything. They also have a lot of trainings that they can do for free, like trench trainings. They also have a lot of policies that you can choose from for the town to adopt. Robert Schwartz from the Greater Gardner Chamber of Commerce came in today to meet me. He's on the new legislative board chair. He is actually trying to get all of the towns, I think there's 7 towns, in the Greater Gardner Chamber of Commerce, trying to get everybody together. He actually put together a meeting in January for the mayors, the town administrators, and town managers to come together and talk about any issues that we're having and how the chamber can assist.
Could you go back to the met with Ms. Henshaw?
Oh, yes,
regarding
sorry, I skipped over
that parcel, because that parcel is.
Yep. So Cynthia Henshaw came in from the East Quabbin Land Trust because she was concerned about that parcel G487 being on the last agenda, and I told her she was concerned that we might just sell it. I said we absolutely cannot just sell something. Right. I said that it's on the agenda because I don't know parcels in the town, so discussions have to be had. It has to be out there. In the meantime, Jesse, our assessor, he did a fantastic job in sending me a list of town-owned parcels, indicating the ones that were foreclosed on and giving me the property cards for those. So I haven't had a chance to look through them yet, but I'm going to look through those. And Cynthia did ask that if any of those seem like they could be trust land, to let her know. So I will keep in touch with her on that. and then it's just a bunch of what I did.
Can we, it might be here, we can talk about the park grant later, as we look at the season sort of
Yep.
wrapping up, because we do have some things, we're not really complete with that project
Yep.
yet. And I just want to make sure that the grant people, okay, understand where we're at, and so they can do some reimbursement. But there's a piece of, there's several things that we want to do that we haven't
Yep.
done yet.
Yep.
And I'm taking the swings down November 1st.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
It's-
know.
You mean
because-
December 1st?
I'm sorry, December 1st, I do. Just because the winter's coming and they're very difficult to stay in good condition, so. Just the swing part, which is typical, I think, for the winter.
No, it has swings all year long.
Oh, well,
I
okay.
don't know, but we had some, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving
Is that what
along.
they do in the larger playgrounds?
Yes.
You remove
Well, the
parts?
swings can be damaged with just the freezing and then the heating, the freezing and the heating with the little things that this, I was gonna say students, children sit on. So, we usually take those down, at least that's kind of common practice around, as I understand playground maintenance. And then by April 1st, they're back up. Okay. Select board reports, just we had a number of community events. We had the trunk or treat, and we thank those individuals who participated in that, the police, the fire people, and also the people from the Barre Library. A lot of action and help with that. Sometimes it wasn't just the evening, but the switching of costumes and, having used costumes that people can come in and do a little shopping because everybody grows out of them year 1 and 2. So at any rate, a lot of people put a lot of time and effort into that. We know that the farmer's market, I believe, is moving indoors. So just to let you know that, because that's sort of an important event for those people who participate in that. We did have
I
other,
was there, it was very nice,
great,
yeah.
we're at the
At the trunk or treat.
trunk or treat, right.
Yeah, it went really well.
And we did have a very good turnout for our Veterans Day. It was very cold and very windy, but our thanks not only to the Legion and their work on that, but also to the NJROTC unit from the Quabbin Regional School District who were there in attendance in full regalia and so forth. Senator Durand was present as well and made a few remarks. So it was really well attended by I think all of the Legionnaires who were involved, as well as the auxiliary people. And so it was very cold and a very difficult day, but everybody who was supposed to be there was there, and so that was very good to see. So I don't know if any other community events to kind of discuss, unless you do, Mark? Okay, so at any rate, the flags are coming down and the lights are coming up. That's the new thing that we're working on for the next 2 weeks. And Sandy and your group, the Christmas group, or the holiday group, has done a lot of work already and more to come. All right, we can move to now discuss, we've got 10 minutes to start for our discussion of retirement and such, or do we want, we're not quite at 5:30, and since the hearing is...
Can we skip that one and go to like the resignation and the personnel
sure.
and stuff?
Personnel, discuss policy change, vacation, sick time buyouts later. Wage authorizations, do you want to do that one?
Yeah, we can do Dennis Fleming, the resignation first.
Okay. Why don't I see that?
It's B.
Oh, yes, of course. Council on Aging resignation, Dennis Fleming has made it known to us via letter that he is seeking to resign from the Council on Aging. We just need to have that voted. Have a motion?
Yep.
To accept?
I move to accept the resignation of Dennis Fleming to the Council on Aging.
I would second that motion to accept the resignation of Dennis Fleming with our thanks for his cooperative help on that matter. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, moving down to wage authorizations. We can go to item number 2, or right after wage
3.
authorizations, go to Shelby Lamoth, the treasurer that you just met, the
Yep.
prorated salary of $76,379, 40 hours per week, bi-weekly, approximately $2,930.
It'll be $2,929.64.
Okay, $2,929.50.
64 cents.
Okay.
You want to do it separate, or you want to do?
I'll just do them all. Dylan Frost, full-time patrolman, step 4, increase 40 hours a week, $29.66 per hour, effective January 1st. Stan Andruski is now the deputy chief, fire chief, probationary at $34.50, and he's an on-call individual. Daniel Cassavant, the equipment operator, 40 hours per week, $31.79 for the DPW department. Christopher Adams, part-time police officer on very first step, $27.84, and that's an as-needed position only. And we need a vote to authorize those as read and written.
I would move to approve the wage authorizations as presented.
I would second that motion. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, looks like done. And then an annual reappointment to Joel Cranston for cemetery commissioner.
I would move to approve the annual reappointment to Joel Cranston as a cemetery commissioner.
I would second that, and those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we still have time. Annual license renewals, liquor license, motor vehicles, common in-holder, vitulers, license I don't think we have any this month.
We do, you have a list in there.
I do?
Yeah, it should be in the back. 'Cause I put them in order.
Here,
when they
take-
were on the
Oh,
agenda.
you put them, right, sorry about that.
You should have two, is there, one for
Oh.
liquor and the other one for common vic.
I probably just
You
moved
want-
it out
here.
of my pile.
There's the liquor.
Oh, I got it. Okay, we have motor vehicle license renewal, Class 1, Higgins Energy Alternative. Class 2, White Valley Motors Incorporated, P&F Services Incorporated, and Motor Specialties Company. Those individuals looking to renew motor vehicle licenses. Those in...
All right, I would move to approve the motor vehicle license renewals as presented by Madam Chair.
I'll second that. Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's a vote. In-holder common victualers licenses. Those individual agencies looking for permission for a new victualers license are the Jenkins Inn and Restaurant, Hartman's Herb Farm, Barre Post 2 AL, 15 Exchange Street, that was the liquor store that we just took action on, Dunkin' Donuts, Apple Green New England Inc., Magical Pizza, Marketplace on the Common, Yummy Garden, Mile 61 Tavern Inc. Those in favor? Or I need a
I
motion.
would move to approve the common victual license as presented by Madam Chair.
I second that. Those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. And entertainment, this is always interesting to me. This is because they have a TV in their facility. Dunkin' Donuts, an entertainment license. Magical Pizza, Hartman's Herb Farm, Mile 61 Tavern.
That's it.
Yes.
I move to approve the entertainment license. Entertainment license as presented.
I would second that. And those in favor?
Aye.
All right, okay, it's a vote. Mile 61 Tavern is the old,
Barry Mill Restaurant.
Barry Mill restaurant that is really never,
Oh.
it's never reopened, but I guess they occasionally have, I guess, some activity there.
They do some entertainment stuff, but they rent it out.
Oh, do they?
Oh, they do?
Well, no.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that anything.
Okay, then those individuals looking to renew their alcohol license, we've had Barry Post 2 Building Association, 15 Exchange Street, Marketplace on the Common, Yummy Garden, Hartman's Herb Farm, Mile 67 Tavern Inc. Those are the alcohol license renewals that are requested.
I would move to approve the alcohol license renewals as presented.
I would second that motion. Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving along. We are now 3 minutes away from the hearing for classification of property, and we are 3 minutes out. So 3 minutes from now, we will take that and then deal with other items on this agenda that we haven't dealt with so far. Under new business, we have an item, I believe, and I believe we have one issue under personnel, correct?
Yep.
That's left, okay. So why don't we do, we have 2 minutes before we can start to open the hearing on property classification. Thank you both for coming, by the way. Jesse?
Open again? With the adjourn?
Open, you have to open the
Yeah.
Yeah.
hearing, do all your thing, and whatever you motion, then you can make a motion to close the hearing.
No, do we have to close our meeting to open the
No.
public
No.
hearing? Oh, we don't?
No.
It's
Okay.
part of the meeting.
Jumping around like this, I'm not used to
Yeah,
it.
because it's 5:30, you can't.
Gotcha.
And I just didn't want to start on your thing and then have to stop, and then, yeah.
You enjoy being here.
I know
Maureen.
And we also love you being here. Or being around, I want you to
Oh,
know.
thank you, sir.
We appreciate everything you do. You have a cold?
I do. It's
Every
called
time-
having 5 grandkids.
every time
They brought me every germ.
You try vitamin C?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, my son's into that. He's like, take vitamin C. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
What are the kids gonna do with them?
So while we're waiting, there was a call from, I don't remember the woman's name, Kim somebody. So Senator Durant and Representative Berthium will be at the senior center tomorrow at 9 o'clock for coffee, if either of you want to stop in.
I would love to, except I'm on Zoom.
Yeah.
But
So-
they probably won't be there until I'm off, which is probably not till 10:30.
Yeah, probably not. I'll go.
Okay.
And then Wednesday's the Council on Aging's 21st anniversary
Oh.
too at 9
Wow.
o'clock if either of you have time to stop in.
I'll be Zooming again.
Suzanne, don't forget to read this.
Well, I know that. That's why I always Zoom all morning.
That's why I wanna.
That's gonna be short one, huh?
Rick's gonna do 2 videos.
We should figure it out.
That's just short one. Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Just open the one?
Well, I pulled up the.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think we're just about on the witching hour for our public hearing, our next public hearing. I would seek a motion to open the public hearing on FY 2026 tax classification. Do we have a
We're
motion?
opening a hearing.
Oh, so
I would move to open the public hearing regarding FY 2026 tax classification hearing.
Okay, I'll second that. Those in favor?
Aye.
Welcome, gentlemen. Jesse, and why don't you guys come up front and walk us through this very complex task? It's easy for us, but not so easy for you.
I've got some handouts here for everybody to illustrate some talking points here.
Michael, you certainly are welcome as well.
That's okay.
Okay.
Come on up. Thank you, Jesse.
And once you've done reviewing, I'll just need you to sign out, so I can go back just like last year. Same thing for you. Ellen's not here. Are you going to sign?
The same one put out, right?
If not, I can. I can get it.
Yeah, I think you don't understand.
All right, so basically, what I'm here to talk about, same thing as a lot of my speech is going to be the same as last year, is there are a number of options that the select board has to vote on every year for us to establish a tax rate. And the first of those is whether or not to have a single or a split tax rate. And what that means is that there can be a percentage shift of some of the tax burden from the residential sector onto commercial and industrial properties. However, since you can see in the chart here on the top, our income as a town is about 90% residential. Historically, we have not, the select board has not voted to adopt the split tax rate and just taxed everything uniformly. So that's the first option. There are also several exemptions that we need to talk about as the other options. The first one that can be adopted by the town is a residential exemption, which would grant up to a 20% discount to owner-occupied residential properties and shift that tax burden onto rental homes and homes that were not owner-occupied, like a vacation home or that sort of thing. Since Barre has a very low percentage of vacation homes, historically, the Board of Assessors has recommended not to adopt this, as we wouldn't really get any benefit from it. and historically we haven't adopted it. The next one is the small commercial exemption. This exemption is for up to 10% of the value for businesses qualified as a small commercial enterprise. And this would be an enterprise having 10 or fewer employees for the year, and also an overall assessed value for their personal property assets of about $1 million or less. What this would do is this would shift some of the burden from these businesses, or rather the properties that they're operating out of, to the other commercial and industrial businesses in town. However, the Board of Assessors recommends that we do not adopt this commercial exemption, partially because the commercial and industrial presence in Barre is already so low, but also because the benefit is to the property owner, not the business owner. So that's what they recommended there. And then the last one is to, let's see.
Could you go back before you get to the last one? Open
Sure.
space discount?
I skipped over that one, I apologize, I was gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay.
No, you were right, that's the next one I was gonna talk about. The open space discount is basically a program that if we have any land classified as just vacant space with no buildings or anything on it, you could give taxpayers who own that sort of land a discount. However, in Barre, there isn't any land that is currently classified as open space. In lieu of that, we have Chapter 61 land.
61A, yeah.
Right, so the Board of Assessors recommends not to vote
Okay.
to adopt this just because
We got
there
a
is no
rest-
open space.
Yep.
Nobody would get the benefit.
Okay.
So does anyone have any questions about anything I've talked about so far?
No, but I need you to run me through the minimum residential factor, single or split tax rate.
Yes, so this refers to the percentage shift from residential taxes to commercial and industrial taxes that I spoke about before. I believe a maximum shift of, I think it was 25% can be shifted. Basically, a residential factor of 1 means that everybody gets taxed at the same rate.
Which is your recommendation, I assume?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you don't have to, okay.
Okay, do you need me to elaborate?
No, I'm good.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so just to go over briefly, the Board of Assessors have recommended the following. They unanimously voted to recommend adopting a single tax rate, a uniform tax rate for all properties in Barre. They voted not to adopt the open space discount. They voted not to adopt the residential exemption. And they voted to recommend not adopting the small commercial exemption. Is there?
So it says, basically, there's really no change in the way we've been doing things before, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Historically, this is how
Yeah,
it's.
yeah, how it works best.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a motion?
Yeah, I'd move to approve the recommendation by our, a recommendation of all the different, I don't know what you want to call them,
I
tax
guess so.
classifications by Jesse.
Okay, so you would move to follow the recommendations for fair and equitable taxation as voted unanimously by the Board of Assessors earlier this month.
Yeah, what you said.
What I said? Okay, so I would second that motion to follow the recommendations of fair and equitable taxation as voted unanimously by the Board of Assessors on the 4th of November.
Yeah, we don't have to, on all of these, we don't
No.
have to specifically,
Unless you would like us to vote specifically on each item?
It doesn't matter to me, I just realized before you vote, I forgot to give you this. This is just a printout of the current LA5 that we submit to the state. Basically, this just shows a lot of the same information that I already gave you, the percentage breakdown
Yeah.
of
Oh, yeah.
how much income you have from each sector.
yeah.
The other numbers lower down for the tax rate, for example, those are not accurate just because we haven't got all the numbers plugged into our system yet.
On this page?
Right.
Okay.
But that illustrates roughly how things would be if you ignore the tax rate as it's presented there, for the recommendations as I've described.
Okay. So we have a motion made and seconded to vote in favor of the recommendations for fair and equitable taxation as voted unanimously by the Board of Assessors on November 11th. That would mean to vote to adopt a single tax rate, to vote no and not adopt an open space discount, to vote no not to adopt a residential exemption, and to vote no and not adopt any small commercial exemptions. So we have a motion made. Seconded?
Second.
No, we already had, but it's
Oh,
already
you,
seconded.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the way
Okay.
we're gonna do this here.
You do what?
Well, originally I made the motion, but, I like the way you
Maureen
just did
did
it.
it,
I would
so
say,
you- Maureen did
yeah,
it, and
because
Mark said
it.
I kinda, I thought it would be better to
Okay.
list those.
Okay, so,
That's why I was kinda questioning the whole motion to
Okay.
begin with.
that being said, those in favor of that, the motion, which is to follow the recommendations of the assessors.
Aye.
Aye. Looks like a vote. Jesse, I know this looks very simple, and I know this looks like it didn't take any time at all, but I know the contrary is true. I know you spent a lot of time on this and worked very hard to make it as accurate as you possibly can. I thank you personally. I see you work a lot of hours, and we're very appreciative of it. And I thank also the Board of Assessors that no one likes to see come. I'm just saying, Michael, it's true.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, so, sorry, just, because I have to submit these to the state, if you wouldn't mind signing.
Do it right now?
Yes, if
We'll
you
do it
wouldn't mind
right now.
signing one of these, and also,
Is it okay to just have the two signatures?
yeah, that's,
Okay.
as long as we have majority.
Okay, and there's mine right there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
And then I guess those are on those.
Yeah, you just check on it.
Just check those.
One can't be too appreciative.
Okay, I would look for a motion to close the public hearing based, where we had a conversation about the 2026 tax classification.
Oh, it's where the one is.
On the rear side?
Yeah, anywhere is fine.
Yes, sir.
Both of you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing regarding FY 2026
I would
tax
second,
classification.
I would second that motion. Those in favor?
Aye.
Motion. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, now I think we're on to two other items in the agenda that have to do with some sick leave and that kind of stuff. Am I correct? So I would go to the town administrator on these matters, and that we would be looking at a discussion of sick time, payout, and retirement for a couple individuals. I think those are related. We have two letters here.
Yep.
Okay?
So,
and-
yeah, one from Mary Ann Gendron and one from
Jeannine
Jeannine
Pimental.
Pimental.
Okay.
So per our personnel policy, in order to request, it says that you can request for up to 480 hours of sick time to be paid out, but the personnel policy says that you need to notify the town of your intent to retire within at least 6 months of your retirement date. So neither of the employees did that in the personnel policy. So they're looking for your approval to get paid out of their sick time. I have a rough estimate of the sick leave. I did not calculate it for December, unfortunately, because I didn't even think about it. But Jeannine, for her sick time, would be roughly over $7,700 to be paid out. And for Mary Ann would be split up between the town clerk's office and the planning board and conservation. Okay. So hers would roughly be, oh, I put 486.
I'm sorry?
Hers would be around $12,000.
So the only situation here that is a problematic for us is that they didn't give us the 6 months.
Yes,
Now-
but there is another problem.
Okay.
So, when it came to vacation time, the accountant has never prorated the time when people leave. So people just get paid out all of their vacation time. However, that being said, when I looked at the personnel policy today, there is nothing in here about people being paid out their vacation time. Okay, whether they leave or they retire. And to compound that, if you look in the personnel policy under vacation, which is 9.6, if you look at section C, it says the town accountant may authorize the employees to be paid in advance of their vacations in accordance with the provisions of MGL Chapter 44, Section 65. So that MGL allows a town accountant to say, yes, we're gonna give you your 2 weeks vacation on July 1. We're not gonna make you wait for it prorated, through the
Yeah.
year. However, when I looked on our website, the town has never adopted Chapter 44, Section 65, unless I have just missed it. So that's also a problem when it comes to paying out.
Does that chapter need to be adopted by town meeting?
Yes.
Oh. I
Per
thought
the
the
Mass
selectmen would
General
be able
Law,
to do it.
it needs to
Okay.
be adopted at town meeting. So we have two different issues with the vacation. One, the personnel policy does not define that vacation is paid out in any way when somebody leaves employment. And two, we never adopted that MGL.
What is the amount of accrual that's
So for vacation time for Jeannine, it would be approximately just over $5,500.
How many weeks?
I don't know the weeks, I know the hours.
I didn't know there was.
Well, I mean, I thought there was some,
Harper shows us hours. Yeah, they show us hours.
Okay, so there's no limit on vacation accrual? I mean, if you don't use your vacation, you continue to accrue it?
No, you can carry 2 weeks over.
Oh, okay.
You can carry, which to me is excessive, it should only be one, but that's just my opinion. You can carry 2 weeks over per the personnel policy. And then for Mary Ann, right now, she has 290 hours. Again, that would be split between the town clerk and then planning and conservation. So hers would be over $7,000.
Okay.
So you're looking at approximately,
So are you saying that there is no requirement that the board or that
Payout
the town
vacation
pay out
time.
any vacation time?
no, I don't see it anywhere in the personnel policy.
So what would happen, I'm just fantasizing now, if that were me and you told me this tonight, I would say, fine, I'll just take my vacation.
Yep.
I'll be on vacation from the time I wanted to
Well, and
retire.
vacation time has to be approved, though, by the department head as well.
Okay,
Well,
but
we just went through DPW, and I am aware that all those people who left to get their vacation time and their sick time.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's how it's been done in the
Yes,
past.
and we are part of that
However,
group, Jeannine and I don't see why we would be any different.
but however, I'm
If-
just telling you the personnel policy, so you'll have to make it very clear
that this
when
is
you
one-
vote
I
that
want-
this is the personnel policy. And if you guys want to change it at the next meeting when Rich is here, to make it so that this is how it reads. And we're gonna have to put this MGL on the town meeting warrant.
which is be on the 16th?
Yes, we could do it on the 16th. We could put it on the town meeting warrant to get that done as well. You just need to make the vote very clear. And then we need to change this vacation, the vacation policy, vacation portion of the personnel policy. And then in addition to that, you would have to vote to allow them to get their sick time even though they didn't notify the town within the 6 months.
Well, I would know in one case that's because of a medical issue, and I certainly understand that. And I certainly would, be amenable to that with, I'm not as concerned about that as I am with the accrual of vacation time. That, because we have to clean it up, we have to make it legal, that's all.
Yes.
And we do have a town meeting,
And I think this whole section actually needs to change because it's not, like even, there's nothing in here that says that it's prorated to, it's very unclear. This whole thing is very unclear.
okay. So what would your recommendation be that we do?
I'm not making one.
You're not making one? Okay.
No, it's up to you guys, not up to me.
Okay. Rich will be back soon.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, obviously, the situation is that because we didn't have at least enough time to budget for this, it's a struggle. I guess I would look to the lawyer to give us,
Well, I mean, I guess it's a struggle and not. I would have to see, what would we be, I know in Jeannine's instance, we're not going to fill that position. In my mind, that
Okay.
position is unneeded, we don't need to fill it.
Okay,
So therefore, the money to pay out Jeannine is not an issue. I know Ellen is looking at kind of changing the structure in her town clerk's office as
Yeah.
well.
okay.
So I would have to have a discussion with her as to how that would affect her with her budget, but then also planning and conservation. I don't know what the plan is. I know you're coming back. But I'm assuming that would be more of a stipend position.
The
Than
state-
what you do now.
The state allows so many hours
Yeah.
you're allowed to work, and
Yeah.
that's what you kind of go by.
Yeah,
So,
so,
I mean, so has past practice been, do we know what past practice has been, like in the DPW department? I don't know how exactly they were paid out. We'd have to look at it. I mean, I think if past practice has been as she's described, and I don't know if it is,
I know it is.
okay, if it has been, I feel that we probably have to follow past practice with a clear understanding that either on the 16th, if we can't, we get in there and fix this stuff. And understanding that past practice is done once we get in there and make these adjustments.
I mean, you would have to look at I would recommend, you don't have to do anything, I would recommend that you look at the employees that you have now. You have long-term employees
Yeah.
here, that this is gonna affect when you change it.
So you're just saying with what changes we make, we'd hold them or harmless to any
Yes.
changes we made to.
Yes. Because you don't wanna do it for 2 employees who are now leaving.
Well, the others are been
And
here for
then
years
the
also.
people who have been here
Yes.
for decades.
Well, that sounds like
get
a
shafted.
good recommendation.
Exactly.
That's my recommendation.
Well, I would
Yeah.
be amenable to your recommendation. How do you feel about that?
But I think that we do need to let the remaining employees know they need to notify us. You can't give us a 2-month notice.
Well, really, you should give them more than that, because we really need
This-
to be
this
here
is
before the
6
fiscal year.
The
As
personnel
regarding the-
policy says 6 months, and it should be.
Regarding the sick time is what you're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah. I would-
yes,
I would be okay with that,
yeah.
So we're just talking about sick time now?
yeah.
We're not talking
Well, what
about vacation?
time?
And then I'm all confused all over the place.
What's that?
You guys have to decide what you want to do with the vacation, because it's not written in the personnel policy that people
Now,
get
let-
paid,
let
so.
me- Let me just pass this one by, because vacation has to be approved.
Yes.
So I'm making believe I'm in charge, okay? And I would say, somebody comes to me and they say, I want you to pay me for my vacation time because that's been past practice, even though you fixed it and now it isn't. And I would say, no, I'm not going to do that. And say, well, Maureen, I'm going to take my vacation, because you always let people take their vacation pretty much randomly. It would be very hard if this were to go to any kind of a, see, I'm so used to working with the union that this would never fly in the union world.
Well, where is it? In the, I think Jake, when he
Yeah.
was here, he spoke about the time that it can carry over, you can carry over and all that. Where is that? Is there anything?
It's already in the amount.
Yeah, the 2
2
weeks,
is already
the
in
2
the
weeks
amount.
is already in there.
Yeah.
Right.
And the 2 weeks is in her time, in their time
Okay, so
already.
sorry, all right.
Yeah,
Well, we had a
Um,
recent resignations in with our treasurer. Did we pay vacation time?
Yes, you did.
that's part of the contract.
Oh,
We
okay,
signed.
so he has a contract, okay.
We haven't paid anything yet, and you don't know that, because it's part of the contract. So, yeah, so and it says in here, employees are required to plan their vacation time within a time sequence approved by their individual supervisor. So if you don't pay it out, they can't just say, I'm taking the next 4 weeks off, 5, 6 weeks off. It has to be approved by their individual supervisors. So,
So here's my question. I've earned my vacation time. I've accrued it, you know.
And you may
So-
be speaking to the choir, so relax.
I'm just saying this. So for you to say, I can't take my vacation time,
I'm not saying that.
well, I mean, it just seems like an awful lot of discussion for employees who've been here over 25 years.
See, now-
because we need to make it very, very clear.
Well, that's fine.
Yes.
Going forward.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
and we need to make
Oh.
it clear during the discussion, so we're not just saying, oh, yeah, you can do this,
Yeah.
without having the actual discussion
Where do you
for it.
draw the line?
That's
Where does
all.
it start?
Can I say anything? I've never been to one of these meetings.
Well, not right now.
Okay.
Where do you draw the line? Where does it start?
I
Where does it stop? Where does it start?
I mean,
the
I
past-
personally,
First off, the past practice thing.
it's
The
gonna
past
end.
practice can go forever.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Well, you
So-
can say any employee hired blank blank, give them a date,
Yes,
and say, this is the rule. Any employee
Yeah.
without an individual contract, employed after this date,
yes.
does
That's what
something
I was
this.
gonna say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
See, great minds,
Great minds, that's exactly what I was gonna say,
right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you don't want to do it for Jeannine and Mary Ann and then not do
Nor
it
Sandy.
for Ellie. Well, Sandy has only been here 7 years. I mean, you're
Oh, that's
talking
true.
people who have been here forever.
Right.
Right.
I mean, no offense to you, but
Yeah, you know
I
good,
mean,
so.
you're looking at
I'm retiring in 3 years, so
You're-
I want to be giving you notice.
you're looking at, people who have been here for decades
No,
already.
listen,
so-
I'm in agreement. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to say, how do we fix it for those individuals who have given such service to the community?
Yeah.
But then put together the language that says, any employee hired after blank, this is the rule.
Well, and that's what we would do. So we would revamp this entire section. We would have to pick a cutoff
Right,
Yeah.
of employees hired. Anybody hired prior to this date is entitled to a vacation payout. When they leave, anybody hired after this date is to their
This is
prorated,
Right.
to their prorated date of separation.
okay, got it.
And that is not happening right now, so, and I'm kind of horrified, and this has nothing to do with you, I'm kind of horrified, when you hire a new employee and they get 2 weeks vacation, when they leave 2 months later, apparently they're just getting paid out 2 weeks vacation. As I'm understanding it, I might be
Okay.
understanding
Right,
it
it's not
incorrectly,
prorated at all,
but it's
so-
not prorated at all. So I'm kind of horrified that the town is spending that money because nothing is,
So would your recommendation be that on the 16th, maybe we have to talk to our attorneys, on the 16th, we would fix chapter 44?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we would immediately, with help from our labor attorney, put together the language that would change the personnel bylaw. The personnel bylaw, from what I...
It's just a policy, this
Yeah,
is
that's
not a
what I mean.
bylaw.
And it's fortunately a select board policy, so we
Yes.
can change it.
So I can have this ready for you at the December 1st meeting,
Good.
probably. Because I'm also
Okay.
trying to write a special town meeting warrant. But I can revamp this, I can pull from what I've done in a couple other towns,
Okay.
revamp this, send it to Brian, have Brian look at it, and go from there.
And you can have our labor attorney look at it as well, because she does that work as well for us.
Yes, you need to send me her contact information.
Oh, I will do that.
So then the sick time as well, I know paying out 480 hours within the 6th month, is that something that you would again want to say, employees hired by this date,
Yes.
this will be honored, the 480 hours, anybody hired after that date
Yep.
will have to come up with a plan as to what you want to pay out,
Exactly.
if you want to pay out anything. You
Right.
don't have to pay out anything for sick
Exactly.
time.
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
Good
Not
recommendations.
really, I need some kind of vote or something, because I have to let Worcester County Retirement, if you're not gonna pay me, I can pull my retirement and extend it.
Mhm.
So I need to know, I just can't go, I can't leave with a, I don't know.
Well,
this-
I mean, they just said that
I
that's
think-
what they want to
I think you're gonna know
do.
on December 1st.
Yeah.
If you want to work 2 more weeks into, into January, whatever. But I mean, we're going to have to, have the documents and something to vote. I think
we don't
you,
have any-
I think you see that we're amenable to this.
Mhm.
It's just, and we're going to ask you to follow up on this stuff. And on the 16th of December, obviously, we'll do chapter 44. We can't do that any more quickly than that because of the fact that, we only have this town meeting luckily.
But I mean, I would say that the vacation would still be paid out because that's what's been happening
yeah.
right along.
Past practice.
So I mean, that's basically, I mean, they're saying that they will do the vote before a certain date, that they will pay out the vacation, they will pay out the sick, which would pertain to you. And then after a certain date, that's going to change. So, I mean, I don't see an issue.
Would you want to
with
make
you
a
getting
motion
paid
to
out.
follow the town administrator's,
Yeah, I make a motion to follow the town administrator's recommendations on the
Payout.
payout for sick time and vacation accrual.
for those individuals who have had long-standing employment with us?
Yeah. Well, you
I will
said-
second that. Any further discussion? Do we have a vote?
Aye.
Aye, looks like it passed.
thank you.
Now, it's just that we have to do the legwork, and so we'll be working on what what the information will say for new employees and so forth, and for people who've been here for longstanding, and we'll pick a date that makes sure we cover.
Yeah, we just don't have anything concrete right in front of us to vote on, right, you know?
No. So we're
And
just,
we need Rich's input as
Yeah.
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's why I wanted to save it, because I knew it was going to be a longer conversation.
Okay. I think we're at the end of our meeting. Question?
Not a question, but going forward, I know we've made some sort of decisions, which are very helpful to people who've been here for a long time. But going forward, it might be wise to say that, I mean, this is such a small town, we had such difficulty getting good people. It might be advantageous to give them a very positive vacation plan going forward. It's just an incentive to come work here.
Yep.
Well, that's, you had spoke about that.
Yeah, we're going to look at the entire personnel
Personnel.
policy,
Yeah.
because a lot of it is outdated, and a lot of it, I mean, I read that and I'm like, I don't even understand what I'm reading. Most of it, so the whole thing needs to be revamped.
It was something that was put together, well, revised in 17.
Yeah. And I mean, Barre has a lot to offer for employees as far as I'm concerned. This is my 5th or 6th town I've been in, and Barre is a very good place to work.
See, we're nice.
It just needs structure to it.
Yeah.
I'm glad
It's
we're
been
nice.
lacking
We are.
a long
We're nice.
time.
I'm thrilled that we're nice.
We are nice.
I've been here 45 years. And
You know it's nice.
I'm thrilled that we're
I
nice.
didn't mean only 7 years, but when you're looking at 20+ years compared to 7.
No, I'm not.
Don't worry.
I'm teasing.
I think 7
When I came here, I had brown hair.
Oh, jeez. Me too. No,
7 years here
I'm
is
getting
like
all gray.
100 years everywhere else.
Okay, so you haven't heard from Hardwick?
No.
Okay. So you just keep me informed.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm just gonna show up at 2 o'clock and,
At Justine's office?
yeah,
Okay. I'll be with you.
I'm just gonna show up.
See how it goes.
So,
I think it's 2:30, isn't it?
are we done?
2.
I think.
I believe,
Yeah.
would
I would-
entertain a motion to
I would
adjourn?
move to adjourn.
I will second that motion. Those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much for your time and attendance, and we have 2 hearings and stuff, and we're out in a little less than an hour.
Yeah,
Good job.
fantastic.